Hey everyone, it's me, Fulham. I'm back. I got a new PB recently, and I wanted to talk you guys through it. It was in a offline run, so if you hear some people in the background, it's because I was watching some Twitch streams in the background, because I don't like running in dead silence, because often resetting is quite boring. So you'll hear, maybe you might hear some of Eric in the background. Minecraft Avenger was live at the time, and I also was watching the Minecraft Java speedrunning 1.7 RSG tournament in the background as well. Anyway, here's a seed. My crafting was a little bit whack at the start. We grabbed this first tree and make an axe, because I saw ocean, and I assumed, let's go for ocean strats. I enjoy ocean strats, and I know that it's, you know, a very quick method. I see dandelions to my right, so I go and pick them up. If I do miss anything in this, then don't worry, because I, unfortunately, have already recorded this post-commentary, but it recorded through my webcam mic, which is notoriously trash. So I've re-recorded it now with my blue snowball. Here we go and grab another tree, because we need more wood to make doors and potentially fence gates if required, but I only make doors here because I'm lucky enough to find a good formation and am able to use the door portal method. 1 minute 10, we're not in the water. It's kind of slow already. I'm not happy with how quickly this seed has gone so far. Usually I like to be in the water, heading towards a shipwreck at around 1 minute. So we're already a little bit behind my regular pace, but we do see a shipwreck straight away, and we know that it has the treasure in it. So I'm pretty happy. It's not too bad at all. We also see this ravine just in front of the shipwreck, which I was hoping had some lava. We go into F5 mode, and unfortunately, we get jebaited. We get absolutely rolled. So, we decide to grab the iron still from the chest. Unfortunately, it was kind of a whack amount of iron, dude. There was only 7 ingots in here. So I decide to make the iron pick here, and 7 is just enough. But what is required is mining some stone so that we can definitely make a stone axe and shovel. So that's the next thing that I do. I go down to the gravel, get some stone from underneath, and yeah, then make the stone axe and shovel from that. Unfortunately, I take 2 trips to do it, and that's a little bit of a mistake. It's a misplay. There's probably a second or 2 wasted by doing that. There's a few of these pre-nether that I make some kind of bad mistakes. They're not too costly, but in the long run, they probably do add up to 10 seconds or so, which could have been the difference between, you know, a sub 19 and our current time. This is another small mistake here. We mine the door before mining the crafting bench, which is a little bit of a mistake. We check the ravine anyway, and I see some light in the distance, so I head that way. I'm assuming that there could be a lava pool on the other side here, but we actually see a magma ravine to our left here, but we are dying from drowning, so we come down here quickly to grab some more air bubbles. Once we get enough, we head towards the lava ravine. It's fine, this lava ravine. We see the L formation in the distance. Unfortunately, I land on the magma block. It makes me take damage, and I place the door on the wrong block. This wastes another couple seconds, but I place the doors back in their correct spots and move on. I still enter the nether sub 4, which is pretty much my cutoff. Like, if I'm not entering nether at sub 4, it's not really good enough. But I can tell you right now, this nether spawn is fantastic. When we go through the nether portal, we're able to see instantly a bastion, as you can see right here to my left. I see the bastion, and I know straight away, let me go grab some food, because I'm low on food already. Unfortunately, the shipwreck that we got in the overworld was not good enough, because it didn't have any food. It didn't have a food chest, which kind of sucked. While we're here, we also decide, let's get some gold. I mine, what is it, 7 gold ore here, and we get 30 nuggets. Each gold ore drops between 2 and 6 nuggets. So that's quite average, but then we get, so from 30, we decide, okay, let's just get 2, make the boots. But we actually get completely rolled. Those last 3 gold ore only give us 2 nuggets each. Low roll 3 times, which is a little bit rough, but Could be worse. I was hoping to be able to make a helmet.
I saw the fucking fortress.
Either way,
I saw the fortress.
we head back towards the bastion. I then decide to mute Cassie and Marco, the commentators of the 1-7 tournament at the time. Mute them up because they were going to distract me for the rest of the run otherwise. So I tell them to be quiet. And I notice from the back that I see a rampart here. It's a triple chest rampart, the best one that you can get. I'm very happy. I still wasn't able to tell immediately what bastion type it was though, because I wasn't paying a whole load of attention. Right here, I realised that we're in bridge.
Oh no,
because
it's bridge!
This is the right-hand side shoulder, and we go towards the chalice in the middle to get the 16 gold blocks. We don't mine all 16, of course, because that would just be a time waste. But we do head towards the gold block structure at the front and grab all of these. Bridge, I would say, is actually one of my favourites to route. Big shout outs to 11 Billion once again. They're going to be releasing a bridge video very soon about a new bridge strategy, which is one that I wanted to use here. But unfortunately, because I have such little food and only 5.5 hearts, I really didn't want to take that risk because I knew that this was a really good pace run. Having seen the fortress earlier, I hope that I left that soundbite in from my actual raw recording. But I did see the fortress off the start, just when I was finishing mining the gold. You'll probably be able to hear me say, "Oh my god, that's the fortress," or something dumb like that. Anyway, we didn't decide to do the super fast route that I've done before because often you get smacked by 1 or 2 piglins, but it does lure 10 to 15 piglins into one spot, which is just so good. It's so very fast, but this time we just decided to take it a little bit more slow, a little bit more cautious because we're on such a good time, but with such a lack of food. We check this chest, nothing insane. We check the next chest, and we get a really, really good amount of obsidian. We get 6 obsidian from this one chest. We had 1 beforehand, so we've got 7 in total now. And once we leave this little hole, we actually get an 8th. And once we pillar up, we get the 9th and 10th just there. We throw the rest of the gold out to these piglins, grab some pearls, grab some fire resistance potions. I'm worried about this hoglin here, so I decide to throw some more gold just there. And punch the hoglin once to make it move away.
This is cracked.
2 5 trades and 1 4 trade of pearls so far. Kind of a low roll, but we end up getting a lot more pearl trades, so that's absolutely fine in the long run. There's another one. It's another 5 trade. We go down to the bottom here, and we notice the brown mushrooms in the distance, which is the only other mushroom that we need. So we decide to throw out our stone shovel, which was not what I wanted to do, and then head over to these mushrooms, punch these so that we have a little bit of food. At this point, I'm quite happy. We have the dandelions from earlier, allowing these to become suspicious stews, meaning that they give you saturation. As you can see, that restored 6.5 chunks of food, which is really good. But we do only have 1 more of those now, and we're still not on full health or hunger. So we head back up here, grab some more pearls, and we're really looking for string because we only had 6 at the time. We've now got 63, which is enough for 5 beds, but we decide to clear our inventory for a minute here, and we see some more string at the bottom where those piglins are. We grab that and then we run away. We head out at 8 minutes 20, which isn't the worst time. It's not fantastic though, because I know that I played it very cautiously. I didn't check that broken portal there, which is definitely a misplay because they can often have golden carrots, which would have, saved the run. Well, saved a lot of time in the run at least. On my left there, I noticed a blaze spawner, but in real time, in the run, I didn't realize it was there, which is really disappointing as it wasted a little bit more time running around the fortress just trying to find a blaze spawner, not realizing that I already saw one. Second things, just to let you know, the broken portal actually didn't have any golden carrots. It was only a notch apple. I say only a notch apple. An enchanted golden apple, which would have restored 2 hunger and a ton of hearts, which would have been super helpful. But nevertheless, we move to this blaze spawner that we saw, and we take a lot of care in killing these blazes. We actually go and kill this with a skeleton first because we know we have fire resistance. And our blaze rod drops are very, very average. 1 in 2 here. We clear some inventory space. At this point, I know that at 9 minutes 30, we're killing blazes and we're ready to blind travel. I check my blind travel coordinates and I can see they're quite close to 0-0 at the moment, so we want to travel further away. At this point, I dig out some more of the spawner so that more blazes can spawn. Unfortunately, by doing so, I actually get meleeed by the closest blaze there, which isn't fabulous. It's not fantastic, but it could be worse. We only took 2 hearts of damage there, but we don't have any more food. We take another 2 hearts of damage to another blaze spawn and get some more blazes here. We kill these. I think we end up being 3 in 7 after killing these, or 3 in 8. Which is definitely below average, but the rods average out in the second half of the killing. I run around here to check for some mushrooms, but did not find any, unfortunately, so we head back to the spawner, wait for some more to spawn. I start to clear out my inventory again. Another few spawn. I think we get 2 for 2 drops here, maybe? No, wait, we only get 1 drop here, I think.
7 seconds. See? Good clutch.
1 drop out of those 2, and I think we're ending up 4 in 9 so far.
They did. I got
pretty scared there. Grab a few of these extra blazes, and we end up going 6 for 13, as far as I remember. What I didn't see on the right-hand side of my screen now, you'll see a blaze just behind the spawner, but I didn't notice it at the time. And because I'm on 4 hearts, I decide to run away and go and try and blind travel. I turn back for a second, and I see the blaze. For safety measures, I like to get 7 blaze rods. So I do get the 7th there, which is quite lucky. I think it averaged out to 7 in 13 or 7 in 14 blazes. Very average drop rates. And we pillar up over here so that we're able to get further away from 0-0 so that we can use our obsidian and travel into the stronghold ring.
Obviously,
we go down here, we take some fall damage stupidly here. And we make our portal. Unfortunately, it wasn't the ideal spot to put the portal. I actually wanted to go a tiny bit further, but due to lack of food, I didn't want to take any more fall damage. I just decided to get out of the nether, try and get to the overworld, kill some animals, and go on from there. I know we're at a good pace at the moment, so I was pretty happy.
Too close, I think.
We leave the nether at 12:08, and we are going to turn up our render distance here, and then we don't. Because I noticed there is some wood planks on my left. So I decided to change the difficulty to easy because that is a mine shaft which spawns poison spiders. On easy, the spiders won't give you poison, which is helpful. So I dig up here. What I don't notice here is the fact that the biome is actually deep ocean. That's something I didn't notice in the run, but I did notice in the rerun. So while digging up, I thought that we would be having to dig up for a very, very long time. But in fact, it was okay because once we dug up to around about level 35 or 40, gravel falls onto our head and we're able to swim up the rest of the way. Which I think happens around about now. There we go. We then place some blocks on the ground and make a little pillar so we can stand on it. I didn't want to use the wood here because I know we're in the ocean and I still haven't made my beds yet. So I place the soul sand down and make some eyes of ender. Throw my first eye, and I do use a calculator in this run. This was recorded on the 4th of January, which was the day that the poll in fact came out. I noted the coordinates down and I continued on my run because I couldn't find where that eye of ender went, and I just decided we're just going to move on. We're just going to move on. We won't have to throw too many eyes. So we're going to move on swiftly here. Let's just leave that pearl in the dust. We're on 3 hearts and 3.5 hunger bars here, so I am very stressed. I decided to take a quick pause just to breathe for just 1 second. And I notice in the distance, very few islands, but a shipwreck. We do see a shipwreck on the floor, and that is fantastic for us because we're able to see that it's a full-size shipwreck. This full-size shipwreck should have some food inside, which is exactly what it does have. Hopefully, we were going to be seeing some carrots, because carrots would be the best outcome here, because we do have 8 gold ingots still in our inventory. I could have made some golden carrots, meaning that we had enough food for the rest of the run without having to worry whatsoever. We come down here and we actually find potatoes, but we do get 24 rotten flesh, which is definitely good enough for the rest of the run.
Get into the door.
We decide to eat here because I know that we were low on air bubbles. And it also gives me a second or two just to breathe and take a quick relax on this really good run. Having thrown the first eye and used the calculator, I know that my coordinates are still going up. That doesn't need the calculator to know that. I just clicked F3 and saw that my coordinates are still going up. But I know that we're really far out. We're towards the edge of the stronghold ring already, so I decide to go over here and start checking the ravines because I was hoping, because we were in an ocean, that the stronghold would actually be exposed so I would be able to dig straight into it. Unfortunately, it wasn't down that ravine because I saw some light and I thought maybe this could be the stronghold here. We move on and we throw our second eye. Weirdly though, the angle of the eye doesn't change much at all. This was what stressed me out. I changed my FOV to 30, copied the location to clipboard, and moved on. At this point, my calculator told me that we were roughly 200 blocks away from the stronghold. But I went on my own intuition here. I did not use the calculator for the rest of the run because I thought I had got something wrong. It only told me to around about a 45% certainty here that it was at a certain coordinates, and I did not trust it one bit. I didn't believe it. I thought there was not a very big angle change there, so I went on my own intuition. I thought it was further, so I continued to boat out even further. This is beyond where the coordinates have already told me that it is. The coordinates told me it was on the shoreline to my left. So I didn't believe it though, so I continued to carry on and throw another pearl. Weirdly, I decided rather than going to the shoreline, I went to these two small one-block islands out here to throw, which is just a weird situation. I waste probably 20 seconds killing this zombie and then setting up to throw another pearl, which is really disappointing because in hindsight, the calculator was completely right. The calculator knew on the dot the exact coordinates that I should have dug down in. And what was really disappointing is that I didn't trust it, right? This was the last run I ever did with a calculator, and I didn't even trust the calculator. I still went on my own intuition. So although people are going to be saying calculator weird champ, I didn't even trust it. I had to go back on myself and go to exactly where it told me to in the first place, which is something that I find really disappointing. I could have maybe saved a minute easily if I would have just trusted the calculator, or if I would have just trusted myself and threw some more eyes, then I probably would have been able to locate the stronghold faster than what I did. We dug down here because I knew there were tons of mobs around, so I just blocked myself in this hole and then dug underground towards the 4-4. We're at 17 minutes 30 at the moment, which is slightly behind my PB pace, as a matter of fact, because unfortunately we found the stronghold really quickly on my PB. My PB was an insane seed, but it took us quite a while to find the actual portal room. Here, we go into the starter staircase, dig straight down into it, almost died to a creeper. Go straight down the middle staircase, which is slightly higher percentage chance of spawning the portal room. I saw the library to my right, so I know that it probably isn't on the level of the library. So I head down, and luckily we see the portal room really quickly. We fill in the Eyes of Ender, and we enter the end at 18:14, which is slightly ahead of my PB time, I believe. Just by a few seconds. We head now towards the middle after making our beds. Slight miscraft of the wool there. And we make 7 beds, which is more than enough to be able to one cycle competently. I'd practiced my one cycles on the day of running this, so I was quite confident. 7 beds is a lot. 7 beds is definitely enough. I was going to maybe think about making an anchor, but then I realized that I wouldn't be able to. For some reason I threw out my crying obsidian there, which is a slight misplay. We head towards the middle, make our one cycle setup, and we decide to do ground north-south because unfortunately we actually don't have a water bucket. We never replaced the lava bucket that we picked up before entering the nether, so we have to stay on the ground here. At this point, I think that the dragon's not going to perch for a while. Then it heads towards the back, and it does the slightest head movement just there, which made me think it perched, and luckily for me it did. I'm going to leave the rest of the 1 cycle with past me. Here we go.
Holy fuck. Oh my god. Oh my god! Yes! Yes! Let's go! Oh, let's fucking go!
That's a bit cringe. I'm going to shut up now. Yeah. Long story short, I suck at post-commentary.
Yes.
I'm actually probably going to upload the raw file in the description. So if you want to go and watch my live commentary of the run, then you can do. But I was running this offline, so there is no talking to chat. I didn't talk that much throughout the whole thing. You may just hear some verbal reactions like, you know, some whats or oh my gods if I heard a certain thing or saw a certain thing. So it's not going to be hugely informative, but I will leave that as an unlisted video in the description if you care to check it out. In the next few days, we're going to be actually uploading again, and we're going to be having some top runners analyze this run and this seed. Let's just say that they think I should have done better. We're going to have Sizzler and Corb, two very quick RSG runners, analyze this seed and see how I should have done, what I should have done differently, what I should have done better, and overall just sort of nitpick every single wrongdoing in my run. Anyway, the seed is in the description. The world file is linked for download in the description. We're also going to be uploading again very soon if you're not already. Don't forget to hit subscribe and head over to the Twitch channel. I'm live almost every day if you enjoy 116.1 RSG speedruns. Hopefully I'll be back again with a new PB sometime soon, because although I'm very happy with this, I know that I could have done better if I would have simply trusted the calculator, or even if I trusted my own intuition. Further to that point, if there was some more food on the seed, I would have been much happier. Anyway, I'll leave it there. Thank you very much for watching. I hope to see you all in the Twitch chat very soon. And yeah, stick around. We're going to have some more videos on the channel pretty soon. Thanks for watching, I guess.